ulna and your radius. That's what gives it this box-like shape. Let me make this one shorter. It's not this long. Then your palm sits on this place. Your palm itself is another box. Your thumb, this kind of triangular shape, sitting on the side of your palm. Then your fingers. We are going to group all your fingers as one here and put your thumb over here. Now let's give this hand some life, shall we? Now let me just flesh it out using the barrel. There you have it, your makeshift arm. Okay, this hand is looking weird because the anatomy is not right. You get the idea? And you can see me using T overlap a lot in this drawing. T overlap here, T overlap here, T overlap. Right away, it gives this hand a kind of three-dimensional feel. This is off the top of my head, by the way. I'm not using any form of reference to draw this, but without thinking of it. But when you are conscious of the way you use your T overlap, it just becomes a lot more effective. Let me do something else for you guys. So this is where we're going to with this. Let me draw a head for you. So basically the head is divided into two major portions in an artistic standpoint. If you want to mechanize the head is made up of the cranium and the jaw. Now you can see I've simplified this thing into two shapes. These are the two shapes I've simplified it into. A sphere. This is not the circle. This is not the circle. This is a sphere and a triangular shape for the jaw. I just added a little extra at the back here. So this is the traditional shape of the skull. This is what the skull looks like if you simplify it. So now let's do some magic. Let me zoom in on it so that you can see it more clearly. So at its very basics, what we are looking for here is the other. Okay, now I'm already straying from the point. So now what's next? We find our brow line. The brow line is generally halfway like this, or that's a little too high, but it's okay. So this is where your eyebrows is, where your eyebrows, not where your eye is. Then halfway down again, that's where your nose is going to be. Then for the mouth, this mouth area, you divide it into three. Then for this top, you divide it into two, and that's all. You can divide it into two again. So this is where the eye is, you see, but the eye socket occupies this entire space. Then you put your nose in there. You know, I told you this is where the nose sits. That's not where the tip of the nose sits, but that's where the nose attaches to the face. So now let's put our lips. Our lips are going to lie on the one we put in the middle. You know, we divided this place into three. Okay, is it the first or the second one? Okay, so our lips will be on this first line. Then right here is going to be our jaw. Let me bring this jaw up a little, and we'll fit our eye into the eyeball over here. So you can see, understanding the shapes is what is key. If you can understand the shapes, it means you can break down anything. And let's just attach a neck to that. If you can understand the shapes, you can break down anything, no matter what it is, and you can draw it. If you can break it down, you can draw it. And just like how the head has its shapes, all the and its volume, this head is a sphere, and this jawline is kind of like a triangular cuboidal shape. Everything has its own volume. Just like how everything has its own volume, all the materials, all the parts of the head also too, they have their volume. Let me simplify this. Let me give this ear a little more life. And if you want to find your hairline, just do like this. And that's your hairline over there. Okay, this hairline looks a little bit backward. You can always add to it if you want to not let it look like my own hairline. So, cut long story short, if you can simplify it, that's it. Remember that T overlap I talked about earlier? A big mistake that a lot of people make when drawing eyes, that they draw the eyes like this and they just put your brother inside. So now let me just give you guys a quick tip on how to draw eyes. T overlap is very common in the eyes. The eyes is actually not flat like this, like how you guys draw it. It is actually a ball. Then the eyelid wraps around it. This is a side view of the eye. Then the eyelid wraps around it. This is too thick. Let's soften that a little. The eyelid wraps around it like this. And where the flaps meet the skin, that's where you get the creases of the eyes. So just with this simple illustration of the eye, you can already see T overlapping effects. T overlap here again, T overlap here, T overlap. And you can see another thing. I told you the more planes an object has, the more three-dimensional it looks. Now look at this eye up here. You can see it doesn't look really three-dimensional like that. Now let's look at this plane down here. It has a plane here. It has a lower plane here, or the lower eyelid. There's another plane here. There's another plane here. There's another plane here. But all these planes, I just group them as one, so those ones are not really clear. And if you want to draw the pupil in the eye, it actually sits back away from the sclera a little. This white part you see is actually the sclera. It is in front of the eye, so there's kind of like an inner circle. Let's call it an inner circle. That's where the pupil sits on. If you didn't understand, now you do. So there are a lot of things concerning the eye. The eye itself is actually pretty complex. So if you want to draw an eye, quick tip: the top eyelid is not just one straight line. Break it into 3 planes. Then remember the tear ducts. The tear ducts, that's this place of the eye. Then the bottom lid is just 2 planes. Draw one confident line, draw another confident line. You can make it double to give it some 3-dimensionality. We're adding a plane to this bottom side. Then don't forget the crease. Is it called a crease? I think it's called a crease, yeah. So don't forget it. And remember, we have eyelashes too. So how I do my own eyelashes is that I just make the upper eyelid a lot heavier. Let me put the camera on it. Then I just do a bunch of strokes from it like this. Eyelashes are not my strongest suit, but then I don't do much.